All right, here we go. Question number 6 from our 0314 homework number 5 in MyLab Math. And the instructions say divide. And so this time I notice that the denominator, which is also the divisor, is a binomial. We've got v plus 2, which if we wrote this as a fraction, the v plus 2 would be in the denominator. Since it's a binomial divisor, we're going to have to set this up and do long division. So welcome to long division. Here we go. It's not that hard, okay? It starts with this first. We're going to take this term and divide it by this term, okay? So that just so that you understand some terminology here, this guy is the divisor and this guy is the dividend. And so when you're doing long division, you always want to take the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor, and that will tell you the first term of the quotient. So whatever goes up here, this stuff's going to be the quotient. So there's a lot of terminology going on here. You need to know what each word means when I mention it so you know what I'm talking about. All right? Now, we need to erase that stuff so we can actually do the problem. And we're trying to figure out the first term of the quotient, okay? So you take the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor. So v squared divided by v, well, that works out to be v. And so that's going to be the first term of the quotient, which if I keep my like terms lined up, I need to put that v over the 4v. And it's a good practice to keep your like terms lined up, okay? So then the next step, now that we know the first term of the quotient, we're going to take this and distribute to both terms of the divisor, okay? So v times v makes a v squared. V times 2, that's a plus 2v. And then the way I remember the next step, it makes a rhyme. You're going to draw the line and change the sign. Draw the line, change the sign. Why do we do that? It's because we have to subtract. And since there's two terms, you have to subtract each one, okay? So it's just a lot easier to remember. Draw the line, change the sign. It'll work every time. V squared minus v squared, those cancel. 4v minus 2v gives me 2v. And then the constant drops down. And then we rinse and repeat. Okay, now what does that mean? That means that I'm now going to take this term, I'm now going to take the 2v and divide it by v. Each time you get to a new line in your division process, you always take the first term divided by the first term of the divisor. So we're trying to figure out the next term of the quotient, okay? So we're going to say 2v divided by v. Well, those v's would cancel and leave me a 2. And so that is the next term of the quotient, okay? So we're now going to have plus 2. And now that 2 needs to distribute. So now we're going to take this 2 and distribute. 2 times v makes a 2v. 2 times 2 is 4. And then remember I said draw the line, change the sign. Draw the line, change the sign. It'll work every time. Now then, let's add 2v minus 2v. Those cancel. 32 minus 4 is 28. Okay, so now if we put a box around some stuff, this guy right here, this is my quotient. And this guy right here, he is the remainder. Okay, so when you're doing long division, you're always going to get a quotient, and sometimes you get a remainder. Sometimes the remainder is 0 and you don't have a remainder, but this time we do have a remainder of 28. So let's look at our answer choices and see which one matches. Well, it looks like answer choice B is going to be correct. Hallelujah. Man, I hope all that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put that in the comment section below, or you can text me. And thanks for watching.